Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Shelby's World Podcast. Today is Wednesday, May 19th.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yup.
May 19th, 2021. Y'all, I have a bad time with the date. Um, welcome to
The quarantine does that to people.
yeah.
Right.
I haven't been keeping up with that at all, but because it's happening so fast. It's happening so fast. So, welcome to another wonderful episode of Shelby's World. We have our resident open forum guest here today, Mr. Stigar. What's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, Stig? What's going on with you? Tell the people something. Let us
Hey,
know
man.
something good.
Hey, I'm still down here in Tampa. The serial entrepreneur, Mr. Make It Happen, Mr. Make It Work.
Hey, hold on, bro. Where you at, man? I'm in Tampa right now, man.
Y'all rubbing elbows.
Where you at in Tampa, bro?
I'm out here in New Tampa. I'm in Tampa Palms, man.
Okay, man. I'm in Temple Terrace, man. I'm about 10 minutes, 15 minutes
10
away.
minutes away. You around the corner.
Yeah, I'm around the corner.
You jump on
That
today's. I
part.
need to get your information before we get up out of here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, man. But that's it, man. I only want to talk to these fellas, man. I want to get some information. I know they know what they're doing, so I'm glad to be here, man. Glad you brought me on. I want to definitely get some info from these guys.
Definitely. And today, since Stig is talking about these guys, let me go ahead and tell y'all who we got in the studio today. We are going to be talking to Boxing Vibez TV. And that's their @name on Instagram. That's @Boxing Vibez TV.
The one and only, baby.
Let's hear about it. Let's hear about Boxing Vibez TV, y'all. I feel like they're gonna be the curators of all things boxing. So I'm ready to talk. Let's hear about
This is
Boxing
around the time the
Vibez.
moderator take over. Moderator J.
Ding,
Talk to him, bro.
Yeah.
ding, ding. Hey man, so no, it's Boxing Vibez TV, man. We were a group of guys who met up in Tallahassee, whether it was just being from there or being in school there. Matter of fact, Q was both our barbers, me and JD, and we just got to talking boxing. And
No. Let me tell it right. Man. Q was my barber. Q was my barber. And then Q was fade me up smooth. And so my dog Jay over there, Jay was like, "Hey man, I need somebody to cut my hair." Go around there to Q.
He rewriting history because he was cheating on you, bro. I stayed faithful. You was the only problem I was dealing with. You was the only problem I was dealing with. So I'm gonna say it like that. He was out there getting faded up, getting his edge messed up. I kept it true. But anyway,
y'all boy.
yeah, I'm just playing. But not in there. Yeah, that's the story as history has it. He started cutting JD's hair, man. He told me about this fire barber in Tallahassee, so I went and checked him out, and the rest is history. So
Y'all was going to fan, right?
Yeah, we was up in the highest of Seven Hills, man.
Yeah.
So
I was up there
family
too.
now.
I went to fam too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Rattlers in the house, Rattler Nation.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Rattler Nest right now. Okay,
Correct.
but anyway, no, we got to talk about different sports and basketball here and there, just life, music. But we all bonded around boxing. So, but anyway, what ended up happening was Q was like, "Hey man, y'all come to the house, man. We blah blah blah." We watched a couple of fights, and then so we all kind of moved away. I joined the army. JD graduated, moved back to the best city in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ended
One
up
of the best cities.
Yeah, but when you're number one, you don't really got to say that part. When you're number one, you ain't gotta really say that part. You know what I'm saying? Like you leave everybody else in the top.
Shelby look like she wanted to say something.
Listen, you leave everybody in the top five to say the one of you. The one of ones you can just say the best. But let me stop if I get in trouble. So, but no, we're all over the place, man. And then the fight of the century happened, and I just happened to be around one of the best cities at 850 up in Tallahassee, and I dropped by Q's place and I say, "Hey man, it's the biggest fight in the world happening. You gotta join us. We didn't talk too much. We didn't chop it up too much. We didn't been at your house having fight parties. We got to be on the scene." And so we started this bond where we went to Vegas for the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight.
Oh
man. And now I ain't gonna front. Now we ain't get in. We was ready to spend $1,500, but we couldn't get tickets together. So it was like, we came together. Because it was a little bit of a bust. And so, man, we just started making it a tradition. And so one of the cool things about it is we got so much access to cool boxing, just knowledge and people and events. When we were taking our trips there, we were like, you know what? Like, I think this is a pretty dope experience we have. And we got together and we decided to share it with everybody. And Boxing Vibez TV was born.
That's dope.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That part of the story you left out, that I think is very important, especially to me. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked. Me and you probably talked a little more when you was in the chair. That was weird because I just found out that because I always thought I met JD through Jay, but it was vice versa.
Yeah,
we was in Vegas and for a fight. We were just talking about this a few years ago. I think this whole thing came together where I think it really started to come together a few years ago. We was there for the Triple G Canelo fight. Canelo was on that Tainted Beats fight, got canceled. So we slid to LA for a day. We went to Vegas, slid to LA for a day, came back, and we were just building. We were just talking and everything about, just chopping up a lot of life stuff, man. And we were revisiting this thing. And because I always thought it was you instead of JD. You know what I'm saying? But either way it go, you said that you were when I was cutting y'all hell, y'all, you was like, yo, if this fight get made, if this fight ever happen, because they doing all this rapping for years and years, if this fight get made, we got to go together. And you called me the week that fight got made. You called my phone, bro. I ain't heard nothing from you. You like, bro, I done got married. You like, it was a whole lot. You like, I'm out the army, blah blah blah. You like, man, the fight made. We got this going on, and you like, I'm on my way to Tallahassee. I'm not gonna leave till you say you going. You know what I'm saying? And bro, he came by the house, bro. He came to the crib, and we talked for about an hour, a whole hour or two. And he convinced me, you know what I'm saying? The rest history, man. We've been going every year. We was even, me and JD, you didn't make it, but we was even there for the Wilder Fury fight.
Yeah, I had some.
Right a nanosecond before the pandemic
hit. Yeah,
shut everything down. So,
oh man,
right. Yeah. I try to be a man of my word, man. I'm one of those. I'm the recluse at the bunch, so I don't always be around. But when I say I'm gonna do something, I do my best to do it. So,
hey, no matter how mad I get at you, bro, I always got to give you that credit because you came through, you made it, like, for real. Like that, it wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have happened. Yeah. But you did that, and that changed the game for me, man.
Yeah, no. I try to be a man of my word. He was the first person I thought of when that fight was made because I already knew they was going. We but I had to make sure, man. Q add like on the show, Q add a certain spice to the group, and I was like, man, he'd be the perfect person to experience this with and really enrich the experience of us being in town when the biggest fight in the world was happening.
Yeah, because y'all was going, y'all hadn't been. I had been to Vegas for All-Star Weekend in 2007, but I haven't been for a fight. That was my first time being at fight week. On my second time going there, but we done been every year since. Yeah,
and so with that, there's a viral video of Mike Tyson tearing into Mayweather. Just to kind of give you kind of one of the catalysts that just made us kind of, let's be a part of what we love. There's a interview, and he's ripping into Mayweather, and it went viral, right? And somebody put it on my page from somebody else's page from somebody I ain't know, and it's like, oh man, it's all this big debate is seen over 1 million times, might be 2-3 million times. And it's been all on these boxing chats. And there I look in the background when somebody sent it to me. They ain't know. But here I am in the background watching the whole thing of this viral video. I was like, that's me. And so when I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. And so nobody believed me until they said, no. I said, look, that's me right there. And so at that point, it kind of dawned on me like we really are on the scene all the time when a lot of big stuff happens. And it'd be cool to be able to share that. Like, imagine if we had our own cameras and our own commentary on what Mike Tyson was saying. And I thought, like, we all thought we can get a fresh take on the boxing world and really, give it some energy that would be nice, a nice fresh face and brand new to the sport, give our own flavor to it.
Thanks.
That's really dope, honestly. So to say that you guys are knowledgeable about boxing, that would be small of me to say that, because obviously you guys are into this way more deeper than you kind of putting on.
So you want to be humble about it, because
yeah. So I'm a little scared now. Okay, so I thought I was gonna be tricking y'all up today, but let's stay focused.
Okay.
Stay focused.
Okay.
We're gonna go into some of these questions that I have for y'all. I may not do them all because one of my open forum guests told me today that my questions was boring. So I'm
slide of the hands, fellas.
Let us give you a little background about Boxing Vibez TV, man. We make everything. We make everything exciting. There ain't no question boring to us, man. This is what we do.
So that's
this is what we do.
We try.
You can ask us. You can ask us what we have for dinner, man. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make
y'all gonna make it go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm interested in it. I'm always interested in how things formulated, and you guys already told us how you came together. So that's very interesting to know that this started. The history and the bond started way back before you even formulated Boxing Vibez. So you guys already kind of had knowledge of each other and what you all knew about each other to want to even work together. With that being said, what has been your biggest triumph on this journey? What has been one of the, and if you have not had triumph to get to where you are, give us a detail or something that may have happened that would have made you not want to continue this journey amongst the three of you.
I mean, typically the flow of the show is I jump it off and they do their thing. So I jump it off. I can speak of biggest accomplishment. I want to say is our consistency. I believe. I know there's some things that happened recently that JD can speak on. I don't want to steal his thunder that he participated in for the group that we couldn't be. Things that make you want to quit. Q has a saying, slow motion better than no motion.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is exactly, right?
You talking about it smell like it kind of sounds like white noise, like popcorn or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it like the wind?
I don't know. It's indoors now.
Sound like somebody typing.
That sounds like typing.
It sounds like one of them gremlins eating after midnight. Y'all remember gremlins? Bro, it's scary.
It's annoying, but okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
But no. One of the things Q says, slow motion is better than no motion. That's the thing that makes me want to quit. Like when we put a lot of effort into it, and we know the quality that we're putting out, and we're getting better every time we film and get an interview, and a big milestone for us. And sometimes there's a lag in the reception that we get from the audience. That's the one thing that I look at it. I'm like, I say it to Q sparingly, but I say it to JD more often because Q be like, we ain't quit nothing, bro. We ain't, But JD's like, man, just stay the course, man. Stay the course. I'm like, man, we putting out good content, but it's just consistency is the triumph for me, just because I have a lot of days where I look at how much work we put into it. And it's just, it's we one step leads to, the final journey, and I got to keep that in mind. So I know the other fellas got something for their own, but we had some big milestones, so I let them go ahead and take the rest of the show from here.
JD, you next, man. You been a little quiet. We gotta.
Man, y'all boys talk so damn much, bro.
Hey, you say y'all boys, you mean J-Bob.
Somebody got to be quiet. But ultimately, one of our biggest triumphs is that we learned that. I know what I learned. I'm gonna speak for myself on this one. First off, we definitely learned that internet marketing is hard as hell.
My God.
Straight up. It's hard as hell because we began this whole thing right when the pandemic hit. Like, as a matter of fact, we just crossed over, was it yesterday? A year? We've been at it a full year since May 19th. Yeah, May 18th of last year. So, but the triumph that I would say is that what I found though is that when you go out there and you chase something, things will start to naturally happen. Right now, at this point, by us just taking ourselves and putting ourselves in a position where we reach out to people in the boxing world, there's been a host of names that we've interviewed already just in a year, from former champions to current champions right now. I don't know if you all have heard of Jamel Herring. We sat down with Jamel Herring, all the way to Christy Martin, former
First lady of boxing.
Yeah, female champion on the cover of ESPN, the magazine, different things like that. So I think the biggest triumph I would say is that we've been able to successfully get our foot in the door and really get out there in the boxing world and talk to people that we would have never ever talked to if we didn't take that leap of faith and kind of start Boxing Vibez TV.
Right.
So I hate to do this because this is not my show. I do want to make a suggestion. Yeah, I do hate to do this. No. So let's start something. So no, because just for the quality of your show, there's that noise in the back. Whoever's not me right now. Yeah, whoever's not talking, mute, and then we'll see if it stops. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Who's gonna talk now? Q.
I think it's coming from Mr. Yeah, go ahead, Q. Yeah, go ahead, Q. Unmute,
Q.
Y'all got to excuse me on my new laptop on.
Oh yeah, that's Stig. Yeah. No, that's Stig coming from you, Stig. Unmute.
Yeah, that's coming from me. I just muted mine.
I know. When you muted, the noise went away. See, and now it's coming back. So I don't know what it is, but I want you to log off and come back.
Hey, how Craig said, come back. Come back.
Right.
All right, Q, go ahead with your response.
All right. Well, we're talking about triumph, the biggest triumph?
Yes.
What he said
when he come back, I'm riding him. Because that was him. And he been messing up my policy. I'm getting him.
He outside, so it was him.
Yeah.
No, he came back in the house. And he's still having bad reception. I'm gonna get him. Go ahead, Q. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That was funny.
Yeah. I really we like I said, we got a lot of dope moments. And I feel like we just started, you know. I'm very optimistic about what we got going on. Very optimistic, you know. Sometimes the pessimism pisses me off more than it should, you know what I'm saying? But either way it go, I think the Chris Bird interview, is and it was weird. And the first time I reached out to anybody, that's why it's mine, because the first time and plus I followed his career, and you know he's on every level. I mean, to the silver medal in the Olympics, to not being able to people didn't want to fight him in heavyweight in the middleweight division he was in, to pushing himself to fight heavyweight by eating junk food and trashing his body just to get to that level, and then beating Evander Holyfield, being the first person to beat Vitaly Klitschko. And ultimately making it to the Boxing Hall of Fame 2018. And just all the things he's accomplished and fought through and persevered through, man. Then in his career, you know, if y'all see that, check that interview out. It's on YouTube. We still got pieces of it we're going to drop.
What's the name? Chris Bird?
Chris Bird.
Yeah, Bird.
BYRD.
Yeah.
He's trying to come back and fight at 50 years old, you know. And, you know, that's an uphill battle, but you know, I mean, the things this man done been through, you can't, I just can't doubt him, even though that might sound crazy to a lot of people. But he's a very inspirational person, and just the whole little situation with him that just reached, you know, that hit me different, just because like I said, it was my first time ever. I just sent him a little, you know, because I was watching his IG, I seen him and didn't even know who he was, because he looked different. He had dreads and was big, and then now he bald head, he just got a gray goatee. And you know, tell you done age, and I'm like, man, what's up? I know the dude, so I clicked on it. Then with watching the little videos, I'm like, I mean, he come off like a, you know how when you go to church and you have a pastor that just feel like he's speaking to you. He got that type of special energy that would just motivate you and would just inspire you. Just, I mean, I don't know, you got to go on his YouTube. I mean, you got to go on his channel and watch him. But that was a huge milestone, you know. And back to the other part that's the most frustrating. I thought that would have made us go viral, because it was a very emotional interview, you know. And I probably start wearing shades every day after that, because it was pretty deep, you know, things he said or whatever. And but that was one of the biggest triumphs. And then, like I said, it had decent reception, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So slow motion better than no motion. You got to keep saying that. And as long as we're moving in the right direction, you know. Like Chef World Podcast, you know what I'm saying? This is another step in the right direction. And that's pretty much my high the high side and the other side that's real frustrating. You know, just a slow grind. You got to stay steady, stay the course.
Well, I'm gonna say this too, man. JD, man, I queued you up. I teed you up, man. I want to shout out to a promoter, man, that gave us our first media credentials. That was amazing.
Press pass.
Yeah, press pass.
We press now, so don't even.
We the press. Yeah,
that's big.
Yeah. So I want to shout out to JD for persevering and being on point to actually reach out to these promoters and actually make these contacts. We also got an interview with the IBO president, who's one of the sanctioning bodies for the belts that fighters fight for. Bigger over in Europe than it is. We got an interview with the president. Of the IBO. So we
still don't know how to hear y'all did that.
So
that's all JD,
how do you
man.
guys fall into stuff like that? Like, because of the, I mean, you don't hear a lot of shows. Let me unmute you, Stig, for that. Now, Stig, I'm about to unmute you, but I do want to let you know that I'm finna ride your ass for being my white noise on my interview today.
Blame it on the phone, not me.
Okay, hold on. You got it. Okay? I thought I did it. So listen, but I want you to say what you want to ask them a question. You know, if you want to feedback in or piggyback off this, what I'm going to ask them. Correct. But it's hard. It's already hard when you're being one of a small minority in an arena that you all are in. Because when you talk about people talking about sports, we know that commentating we know that a lot of Black commentators are in sports, but that's more football, basketball related arenas. You guys are in the boxing world where we don't really get to see a lot of Black commentators. So, or even people, analysts, or just knowing enough about the arena itself. How do you guys take that opportunity for being one of the minorities to even get some of these interviews you guys are getting, or even being able to reach out and have those connections? Because for one, it's really big to be, and I'm gonna guess, because I'm still kind of new to boxing now. I'm telling you, I always watch the big fights and stuff, but that's because I done heard people talking about the big fights. It's not that I know the people, but I've gotten more into boxing ever since I've heard about Boxing Vibez. So I'll go on and kind of watch y'all interviews, see what y'all talking about, to see what I need to be paying attention to out there in the boxing world. But by all means, by any means necessary, am I knowledgeable of boxing. So
but that's what we're here for.
I'm gonna guess that the IBO is the International Boxing
Organization.
Okay, that's what I want. I just want to make sure I was okay with that.
Okay.
Now, can you guys expound on that? Can you tell us how you get into these areas to where you're having an interview with such a person as powerful as the president?
I'll say one thing and I'll let them take away. He's a hustler, baby. I give that credit to JD. I give that credit to JD, man. He really be grinding and reaching out and
low key
and shooting his shot, man. From the pod studio we film in to we even had an opportunity to call some amateur fights a while back for a organization that puts on USA boxing events and has their own undefeated fighter. So he's made a lot of these contacts, and for him, you know, he hustling. But I'll let the guys take it away because they've done more
with all the damn reach.
They've done more. I want to say outreach and really making connections than I have. So I'll let the guys take away.
For the most part, it's really about, you know, reaching out to people that you can get in touch with. You know, like, so for example, you know, right now we probably won't be able to get in touch with a Terrence Crawford, a Mike Tyson, a Errol Spence Jr., a Manny Pacquiao. We're not going to get those people yet, but on a slow grind up the ladder, there's a lot of people in the sports world who might have been at a certain level in the sport and they're no longer there, or they have connections to the sport that they're very touchable. That if you reach out to them, you hustle into certain areas and you speak to them, you can land a certain interview, or they'll lead you to a person that can get you a particular interview. So that's kind of how we've landed on a lot of these interviews. Is matter of fact, I'll tell you how random the Jamel Herring interview landed. Jamel Herring was on his IG Live.
He's a hustler, baby.
And he was on his IG Live, and so I happened to be on his live, and I simply messaged him. I said, hey, champ, how do we get in touch with you for an interview? Jamel Herring actually saw the comment on his IG Live, and on his IG Live, he said, hey, man, reach out to so-and-so, and she'll get you in contact with me. Naturally, took that lady's name, reached out to her. Probably within like a week or two, the lady linked us up, set us up for a Zoom interview with Jamel Herring.
So just like in personal lives, you got to shoot your shot.
Right, exactly.
Got to shoot your shot.
Early.
I like it. I like that.
Y'all often, baby, shoot them shots.
And I do want to address the other thing you said about not seeing a lot of our faces as the ones who are calling the fights or doing a lot of the ringside stuff. That's one of the things I was alluding to when I was like, we want to give it a fresh look, give a different take on the sport. That's not necessarily the traditional take, but a real one and a knowledgeable one from a perspective that might not be represented when you watch it on the big stage all the time.
I like that. Okay, Stig, you got any questions for the guys?
Listen,
any feedback?
I was trying to figure out how they climb that ladder, and you asked that because I know they say they go to Vegas every single year.
Right.
So I've been trying to go to Vegas since the probably since that Pacquiao fight. Right. So I've never had first of all, I've never had the experience to go out there, and I know how hard it is getting in those arenas and even getting that close. But you guys on the level where you're getting press passes, you're talking to people who actually own the whole thing. So I know just getting a plane ticket and let me go ahead and go to Vegas for this fight. If you ain't Frank Lucas from the 70s or somebody that's really gonna put down,
you don't got that blue man,
it's gonna be kind of rough for you. So I would love to go courtside and see one of those fights and to be in the arena you guys are in, because I've been following boxing because of my mama. My mama followed boxing a whole lot when I was younger, right? She was a very, very avid George Foreman and Mike Tyson fan. Very avid.
Like knockouts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was really a really, really big heavyweight, boxing connoisseur. She liked Muhammad Ali. He was pretty to her. So she
everything. Muhammad was everything.
Yeah, that was her thing. So I always wanted to see the world of boxing through someone's eyes who knew what they were doing. Me just looking at videos, and you go look at the multiple knockout videos that they have of Mike Tyson. You see the knockout videos of George Foreman, the Muhammad Ali's, but a lot of people don't get into the meat and potatoes of boxing, right? They look at what they see on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
Because that's what I look at, right? You see a big fight coming up, and I was looking at you guys' page, and you were talking about the Anthony Joshua fight.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had a couple questions about that I wanted to ask you guys about because that boy put the beats on Wilder. So I had a couple
Fury.
Yeah, Fury.
That's where I was going with it, man. Like, you guys are in an arena basically by yourselves, right? And you're doing everything right, and you're climbing to where you need to be. And no matter how slow it's taken or whatever you guys are saying, you guys talking about a 1-year anniversary and you already got press passes, right? People give up 3-4 months in because they can't get where you guys are. So it's just something. It's something different that you guys bring to the table, and you guys are actually staying with it, and you're giving it a valiant effort, and I definitely appreciate that by you guys. But how do you guys how do you have it to a point where you say, okay, I want to make sure I climb the ladder to the point to where I can get on Mike Tyson's podcast, or let me go speak to Errol Spence, or one of those guys. So what keeps you guys?
Oh, we lost, but we lost them. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just dilly dally, and I'll let JD go ahead and Q take it, just kind of how we do it on the show format. I'll say this right now, I won't get into the story, but I've actually already interviewed Errol Spence, and it's a funny story about that. But I'll let JD and Q kind of go ahead and piggyback off that before he comes back, so he can be part of the story.
Now,
go ahead, JD.
Overall, in general, the way that we're trying to keep striving the ladder is what we found, sort of like, you know, what we discussed earlier. I mean, the more that you're on the scene, the more that you get out there and you build these relationships, the more it starts to come our way. And the biggest thing that I found in any industry, whether it be boxing media, whether it be corporate America, you name it, it's all about relationships. You gotta, you know, how they say, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. Right. So that's really what's giving us, you know, kind of the momentum that we've had, especially in a lot of spaces, is that we've started to build and formulate certain relationships with certain people that otherwise, you know, we wouldn't have had. And to be honest, to Jay Box's point, years ago, he did do an interview with Errol Spence, but I'll say this is when we were still like in a consumer mindset.
Right. We're fans, yeah.
We were still fans back
so
when.
You didn't ask the questions that you would ask as you on the level you are now with the knowledge you have now. You were mostly asking questions based on what you respected of what he was doing more than anything.
Right.
No, we got the infrastructure, baby. Wait till we get back out there on the streets.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things too. And that's one of the things I was talking about with the access that we had. Like I remember, and also too, it's a who you know business, and the key to all that is knowledge, right? Our knowledge of boxing, our knowledge of where to find the information, who has the information, and part of that, when you get the right relationships, you get that information, right? Yeah. So just like JD was in the right spot at the right time, asked the right question, and he got the information of Jamel Herring's contact to be able to get the interview. So one of the things that, you know, and I guess it's gonna, I'm not just gonna, you know, not tell the story. So hopefully he can jump on at some point. But what ended up happening is we love boxing. Like that's the basis of it. We love boxing so much that I was watching the Olympics and I happened to see Errol Spence before anybody knew who he was. And I saw him break down and cry when he felt like he won a fight and he felt like he let everybody down because he was our best chance to get a medal in the Olympics. And that stuck with me. I said, he really cares. And if you really love boxing, you like fighters who just aren't in it for the money, who want to lay it on the line and they take their pride in the ring. And so I said, you know, let me watch this kid. He's the best American welterweight that we got. Let me follow his career. Right. And I just so happened to be watching the Olympics. So I watched him, saw he was winning, saw he was beating guys, and he was actually living up to the hype of the Olympics. And so oddly enough, we were on the scene in Las Vegas, and everybody's worried about Mayweather, Pacquiao, and I see him, and I said, y'all know that's Errol Spence. And to their credit, man, they know a lot about boxing. They know things I don't know. I just happen to know that one thing, that's Errol Spence, and he's gonna be the next one. And so Errol Spence Jr. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so
out of Dallas.
Yeah, out of Dallas. And so I saw him, and I was like, and this is where the knowledge part comes into play, that we all love boxing, so we know things that the casual fan don't know. Everybody's flocking to all these fighters, and there he is by himself with a book bag on, just walking, observing, probably thinking to himself, I'll be here one day. They'll
and they really appreciate it. When somebody step to him and know who they are at that point.
Exactly. And he stopped.
No chains on, no
chains on, just a regular dude. Mm-hmm. And Errol Spence Jr. actually gave us the interview. Now, to my I want to say deficit or my failure, I was nervous because it was just like we interviewing him, and I'm just like, dang, I'm looking at him as a potential star already because I know what he's been doing. And so I kind of asked him a few questions, like, all right, thank you, you know. And I think I might even called him champ before he even won a belt, and I walked away. But that's the whole thing with preparation meets opportunity. You know, we've been down in boxing, all of us, for years, and so we get privy to knowledge and information just by paying attention. And so that's one cool story where he was asking about when we get to a level to interview an Errol Spence. And so we actually did. We were just unprepared. And if we had been more prepared, we've been able to capitalize off that and to really show people, hey, we're on the scene and we had these contexts. But to wrap it up, as far as I'm saying, I know I'm doing a lot more talking now doing the show. It's like being a beat writer, right? You don't start covering the Olympics. You don't start covering the Super Bowl. You got to cover high school football. you got to cover Friday Night Lights. You got to cover, D3 colleges. So you got to interview fighters who the world may not care about, but they give you an opportunity to make you better. You know what I'm saying? And so once you start doing that and you treat people a certain way, case in point, there's a fighter who was represented by somebody, and the guy was like, you know what? He came in with with a certain disposition. They came in angry, right? They came in with their guard up. Y'all, you remember this, JD? Yeah, they came in there. They was like all stale and everything. And we do what we do. We love boxing and we love people who love boxing. And so we welcomed them in and gave a good interview. And after they walked out and left and they thought about it, they were like, man, those guys were good. So much to the point that when there was another event, we didn't get to do the opportunity to interview him, but the guy who was actually managing the fighter brought us a former world champion and said, hey, I had him up here for you guys to interview. So part of it is treating people with respect and also being knowledgeable to build those relationships. So
the one thing that I'm noticing and I'm hearing is the fact that you guys know that it's a growth process. That's been repeated with all three of you. And I think Q said in the beginning, was like, now we on shelves where, let me tell you, this is a growing podcast. This is 2 years, April.
That was just me saluting you and knowing you and know where you come from.
Because I'm going somewhere, Q, because it's proud. Just speak it into existence. Just make it happen. Absolutely, I already know. But it's a growth process. So it never is something that's going to happen overnight. If you once it is, just as far like I began the podcast based on the love that I have for Black people. Mm-hmm. The original.
You like them?
Love them.
That's a real joke.
and a full advocate.
Beautiful.
For all things Black.
Most definitely.
So with that
somebody gotta love us.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have people that love us.
Somebody gotta love us, boy.
It's a lot of people that claim to love us, but they ain't doing nothing to show they love us. So I'm gonna make sure that on our side, that's what we do. But I started this podcast based on the fact that I'm a helper of people and I'm a people person. And with the personality that I have, I'm able to help to sustain and make sure that our community is enriched with knowing who they are and where they should be in their lives and not giving up on just having what they have, being comfortable. So me already knowing that, I know that what it takes is that you got to keep grinding. It's never like you can never get tired. You can never just say, okay, I've done enough today. Not when you're doing things for yourself. And it's more beautiful when you have a team of people with like-minded ideals so that you don't have to worry about fighting these battles and doing everything on your own. So hearing you guys, your trailblazing opportunities, the things that you guys are doing, you've done a whole lot that within a year, then you guys may have actually sat and thought about. I don't know if you have or not, but to me, it sounds like there has been a lot of progression within this last year. And a lot of people that have been going through COVID and through the situations that life has unplanned things have happened in their lives. COVID has been a blessing for a lot of people and a lot of things, to be honest, because it took people out of the ideal of thinking that everything has to happen with podcasting by rich people or celebrities and things of that nature, because now podcasting is being done more by people like us, and we're reaching celebrities. We're reaching people that are higher than celebrity status. So because an IBO person, y'all, that's higher than celebrity. facts, you know.
I'm still stuck on that one.
Be honest, I'm stuck on that. Like I done wrote that down. I'm like, they got an interview with the president of IBO.
If you watch the interview, bro, the dude still there. He locked in, and it's amazing, bro. I'm like, yo.
Oh, so we already did the interview.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go watch the interview. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, we doing So you're not just. It's not progression. You guys know that you're working into something bigger than what this may get out of hand for y'all, and you may start looking back and be like, damn, I remember when we was all just in the studio, and I know, yes, and we was all just in the studio and doing this and doing that. But so keep working, keep pushing. It's going to definitely get to where you're trying to make it go. I salute you guys. Honestly, I have a lot of respect for Black men that's out here doing things like this. This is y'all opening up revenue, different avenues for other Black people. So salute. Now, I got Queen. Queen, you want to say something?
No. I was just saying thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
appreciate it.
Gotta give y'all, because y'all probably too humble to give it to yourselves. So let me just give y'all some flowers.
Hey, likewise to you. That's why we do. Likewise to you.
So I'm gonna jump into another question real quick, but this question I kind of want, because I know Q told me earlier y'all may have to jump off at 7. So I have another question that I wanted some reverence on, and it's really about preservation. That's one of the most important questions that's on my interview list for me, is the preservation of self. How do you plan? Because being that we know this is going to get out of hand, and you guys may not be able to sustain how you are now to where you're going now. What's with the next levels? We hoping that you all. I don't let your head get too big. Mm-hmm. But preservation wise, Queen back there. Hold on, let me bring Queen on.
Queen. What's happening? Wow. I'm in Vegas. What's going on?
She is Vegas.
Yeah. What's happening, people? Wow, like look, I'm just gonna say this. Hey, everybody, I can't stay long. We finna get ready to check in, but this shit is the bomb. If you ain't came to Vegas, get your money, and it's time for you to start traveling. Because this here is where it's at, baby. It's where it's at. Do you hear me, baby? This where it's at, baby. Like, we going to LA tomorrow. So you already know I'm doing 10. So I can stay out and roll on the West Coast. 10, I-10.
I'm so happy to see you.
Y'all driving LA?
We driving to LA in the morning. So I already told them the first song we got to play when we pull into LA is California Love Tupac. All right. We got to bring that bitch in right.
Already. Going down. Hey, make sure y'all got a car that got good gas.
Look,
you finna be in the desert. You finna be in the desert. It's gonna be a point where you're gonna think you're gonna run out of gas. Make sure you got a car some good gas.
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha.
You gonna see one gas station probably.
And it's gonna be $5 a gallon.
Boy, it was $5 a gallon back then. It might be about $6. Boy, it's gonna be crazy.
It's hot over here. But it's nice. It has a nice breeze.
That dry heat.
And everything. But you could tell that we in the desert. Because it's dry as hell. And you know, I'm Florida all day, every day. I'm used to that grass. And I'm just seeing rocks and shit. So it's something totally different. Man. But I just want to pop in, y'all. Like, we finna check in and
you made my day with that, cause boy, we miss Vegas, boy. We miss Vegas.
Queen, we got to come make another trip out this way.
I'm gonna be there in August. So either way, either then you can come back with us then, or we'll be making another trip back out there. But I'll be there.
Look, send me the itinerary because you already know I'm game. You already know how you queen over here. Look, I'm game. Right.
So I'm ready. I'm ready to hear about it too, Queen. But we're not gonna hold you. Go get checked.
Yeah, y'all have a good show. Y'all other 2 kings that's on here that I don't know. Look,
that's 3 of them, Queen. That's 3 of them.
3 of y'all. Look, appreciate y'all 3 kings on here. Thanks for filling in. And I hope I get to meet y'all in person soon. Appreciate it.
Likewise.
And blessings to all y'all.
Already.
Love you, boo.
Love you too, boo. Talk to y'all later.
All right, enjoy yourself. All right, y'all.
That's crazy. My vote.
So, the preservation. Stig, you back?
I'm giving about 80.
I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be.
You just missed Queen too. She just had popped in.
Man, I seen her. Man, I was backstage. I seen her pop on there with those shades on.
Oh, you seen her? Oh, okay. My bad. So, preservation. As you guys are, the question again is, as you guys are growing and getting back, I'm gonna mute you again, Sid, and getting back to your and getting to where, because again, as we know, this is going to be bombastic. So as you guys are growing, tell me something that you know that you have to remember to preserve.
You said bombastic.
Bombastic.
My God, I didn't know that was a real word. I thought that was just fresh out the plastic.
No, I love that word. I think it's real. Look it up.
Shaggy.
I don't know.
Shaggy. I thought it was just a song. I'm about to look that up.
It is. It's a real word. Like bombast.
Yeah. Like bombast. Yeah. I thought, okay, well, a bombastic.
I didn't embarrass myself.
That's it. So, tell me one thing that you know that you have to remember about you and where you come from as far as preservation.
Man, let me
goes as you're growing.
So me personally, man, I'm gonna take that first, everybody. Let me say that. So self-preservation, you remember where you came from, you remain humble. And in any journey, I think you need to remain humble and hungry. Humble to know where you came from and hungry enough to be able to jump on opportunities and put in the work as they come along. Those two things, right? But listen, before you even met me, right? Coon bottom, Gaston County. You know what I'm saying? No running water, a well. You know what I'm saying? When they say a pot to piss in and one to throw it out, that shit hit different. Like before I moved to Appalachian Ridge in about 84, you know what I'm saying? That's where I was at. And so just remembering there and remembering, you know what I'm saying, I came from there and we talking about enemy necessary. So just remember where you come from, you know what I'm saying? And no matter how high you get, kiss the ground, you know what I'm saying? Cause boy, gravity, what gravity do? You forget about it, you know what I'm saying? You could always go back down. So as long as you remember what, you know what I'm saying, it don't affect you when you remember where you came from. You can go back to where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of life cycle also. I don't want to have to go back, you know what I'm saying? But it won't break me. You feel me? And so that's self-preservation. But love yourself. You love yourself. You will treat yourself how you're supposed to be treated. You know what I'm saying? So those things, as far as that's what I got for that.
Okay, I like that.
What you got on it, JD?
Shoot, I keep it short. So we meant the way I kind of deal with remaining humble, staying, even kill is, the one thing I always remember in life, and I kind of live by this, and I've kind of realized that as I've gotten older, is that, when each of us die, the sun's still gonna come out tomorrow. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, when our time is done, the sun's still gonna come out. The earth's gonna keep spinning. And so I take that to heart from the standpoint of stay humble, live my life to the fullest, do the best I can to help other people, but never think so highly of myself to where I can't be replaced. I can't be, removed from a situation and somebody come in and do even better. At the end of the day, when you die, the sun's still gonna come out tomorrow. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
That's wise.
And for me, I just keep it simple as well. I remember how many no's I got, how many failures I've had in private. And people may not know them in public, but in private. And it is giving me ability to have sympathy, empathy, and to understand that I'm not with my successes and all I've failed and succeeded in the same arena before I've ever gotten anything, and I think anybody that gets anything fails first. And so when I've succeeded, I've realized what the difference between being successful and failure is. And sometimes it's not your talent. It's just what's meant for you. And so what's given can be taken away. So I think about, the fact that I'm not doing this on my own, even with this podcast, right? Because I'm easily the most pessimistic one out of the three of us, but that doesn't affect how hard I work on it. But it's good, like you were saying, I got two guys to fight that battle for me. So I don't feel like when I'm like, man, because one of the things we're doing too, we're building a website, right? And so you'll find some articles on there. You'll find our feature of the week on there, and you'll get one-stop shop, and you'll find our merchandise on there. The website should be up around June 15th. New articles every week.
See, that's still growing.
Yeah, and sometimes you get defeated. You look and you're like, but then when somebody finally says it looks good, you're happy and you're like, oh, look what I did. And he's like, well, they know on there, especially JD, how many times I sent it to him and excuse me the French, but it looked like shit. How many, and as a peer that sees it and like, hey, look what I did. And you can put like 5-10 hours just to do one thing, and they're like, ain't really that. That's a process of, number one, having enough humility to take somebody's opinion who's your peer. That's number one. And then two, just really being in a position of where, okay, well, I'm gonna do it today. Ain't got no choice but to love it because it's gonna look that good when I'm done. And so that's I think that's the embodiment of what we're doing on this podcast. And in every little aspect of it, we add to it.
Oh yeah. Nothing by coincidence, man. Hey, the website do look good, brother. You know what I'm talking about?
Most definitely. BoxingVibesTV.com.
One-stop shop, man. Get you to all the alleyways and trenches. It's actually things that we adventurous in getting into.
Yeah, it's actually up now. It's just not live. You can kind of peruse it a little bit and kind of see what the look and feel of it is, but we haven't put the articles up yet. We haven't updated our features of the week. Our bios are up there. Our links to our podcast are up there, and our link to our merchandise shop is up there. And so the last piece will be the features of the week being updated. Our live Twitter feed is always going to be popping on there, and then just really putting our articles up every week. So, but we almost there. So, but yeah.
That's impressive, and it sounds to me like now we're going to have revenue generated for the Boxing Vibes TV, which is another jump on the ladder. So congratulations, guys! Welcome to the podcast world, like for real. Y'all got a year in. You stuck through it for a year, so welcome. I don't think people should call themselves podcasters if they can't make it a full year. I'm just gonna be honest. Don't come in 6 months and you ready and you done threw in the towel already.
Nah, man, it's humbling, so boy. You get humble.
It's good that y'all got a whole team of people that's pushing y'all to do it. Now, how good are y'all with quotes? How good are y'all with quotes that are said by? Hold on, go ahead, Stigar.
Let me unmute myself with this white noise real quick, and I want to apologize first of all. Blame Sprint though. Blame Sprint. I love what y'all doing, man. Like, it's a really, really positive situation, man. And as to come from where you guys come from, I grew up on Holden Street. You know what I'm saying? So
so you can tell that shit.
Do a whole street.
Oh yeah.
What's up, bro?
Get it.
Y'all with the Bond. I'm with the Bond, them, Fan, you high guy, and Ricketts. So,
that's what's up. Where you came out of Ricketts, bro?
I came out 01.
01? Okay. Oh, you say you know my sister Simone, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. Big sprinter. Yeah, big
that's my heart, man. Yeah, that what's up, man. My sister just her daughter and my son, they just went to state in track.
Right.
You know what I mean? Her daughter, her daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
No, man, I love what y'all doing,
Angel and Kamar.
Like, where y'all coming from, man. Like, one thing I wanted to say, an old guy told me a long time ago, man, a humble don't stumble. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all boys doing your thing, and you got people that live their whole boxing career, or people that really want to beat press and never get press passes, right? Y'all boys been in this thing 12 months and already got backstage, right? So ain't nowhere, you can't go nowhere now but up. You know what I'm saying? And
but the kids say it's up.
It's up. Hey, we talking about Cardi B up?
Every time I see her, she be up.
I'm a definitely.
So was that was a man born in the 70s that said that statement when the seed? Sound like some 70s shit right there. For real.
What he said?
What if you don't stumble? What it say?
Stumble don't fall.
Humble don't stumble.
You got a good granddaddy, boy.
That's like some smooth walk down the street.
After one ice cube.
And you know what I would have been doing back then too now. So
good day, Steve. We're gonna stay focused. We're gonna stay focused, Steve. No, but seriously, before I have to lose y'all, because I know y'all gonna be exiting and out of here shortly. But before y'all go, I wanted to know how good are y'all with boxing quotes?
Yes.
That's what we do.
Okay.
That's a segment of our show.
Yeah, that's a segment. We got a boxing quote of the day.
Yeah,
we got to have a quote of the day.
Mr. J.
All right, let's do this then.
Yeah.
All right. In boxing, you create a strategy to beat each new opponent. It's just like chess. Who said that?
Oh man! Oh boy, she didn't came with the. We do like the funny quotes. We don't.
Yeah, she gave us a real quote.
I mean, it sounds like something.
The only reason why I did this one, and I'm gonna circle this one. The only reason why I did this one is because I just seen him on y'all page recently. Within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours. Ugh.
Maybe 48.
It gotta be Leonard Lewis.
There we go.
And that
was really just a good guess, though. That was just really just a good guess because I gave y'all a line. I gave y'all a little extra too. But yeah, in boxing, you create a strategy to beat each new opponent. It's just like chess. I like Leonard Lewis.
Leonard Lewis is one fighter that nobody ever said he got the best of him. He lost to Scene Rockman once, got knocked out, and came back and clean clock. Got him out of there. So everybody he fought, he beat. So,
wow.
So that's something, you know.
Never knew that.
Yep.
Good information.
Him and Mike Tyson supposed to fight in September.
Oh, that's really gonna happen?
Yeah. Pretty much. That pretty much. Yeah.
All right.
Man, they both better relax.
Hey, we need to redeem ourselves. She gave us too much hope.
I'm coming. I'm trying to find one that I feel like gonna be a look that's gonna stump y'all. So
okay,
I appreciate the help though.
Yeah, we need that.
I don't want to make it too easy.
We have to talk about we know boxing and we got stumped.
Hey, you never know everything. I ain't word.
Okay,
I don't know that one.
The question isn't at what age I want to retire. It's at what income.
Oh, that sounds like Money May.
That sounds like Money May all day.
I could be wrong, but that sounds like Money May. But it could be somebody else.
At what income? Because I feel like I don't see him talking about that.
It's not Money May.
Not Money May.
That sounds more like Ali.
Nah.
That's actually George Foreman at age 45 on his fight with Michael Moore.
Okay.
Not Michael Moore.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that before the Foreman grill? Because the Foreman grill, he had
it was before the Foreman grill.
Yeah. Because obviously he had to be because he's income.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more.
Because he retired after he got that Foreman grill popping.
Yeah.
Anyway. Down after the Foreman grill. He laid down.
He makes white people mad.
He said it ain't about the age, it was about the income, so he was serious.
That thing went crazy.
Okay, this time to become a champion, fight one more round.
Ooh.
To become a champion, fight one more round. Shoot, she should have gave us some multiple choice round here.
It's just too many boxes and too many damn post-fight interviews, pre-fight interviews, and regular interviews.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all.
No.
Because I'm gonna tell you who this one is because I got another real good one. I think y'all will get that.
Is it Muhammad Ali?
Not this one. Okay. That was James Corbett.
Oh shit! I don't even know you got
that. You got that one.
I got that one. Huh?
That round we give you because I know one of us would have got that one.
Right.
Okay, this is the last one, and this y'all should bet this one right here will make y'all redeem yourself for the fool. Okay. I hated every minute of training, but I said, "Don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion."
Ali. Every minute of training.
As soon as you started, I already know.
T-shirts, everything. That's on everything.
He got the most quotes on this whole.
Muhammad Ali is the flyest out of any boxer that ever will be born. He's the flyest, bro. Straight up.
Yes.
I mean,
and
swag,
he has some knowledge under his belt. So
man,
I really appreciate you guys for coming on today. Thank y'all so much for at least giving our small time show the opportunity to get some great like y'all on the show. Like I feel like I got some celebrities on here today.
Hey, we trying to be. Well, no, I ain't trying to be famous. I'm trying to be relevant.
We don't do that yet. We don't do that.
Wait, what?
Y'all I gotta send y'all this interview so that y'all can put this on y'all page, do something with it so people can know that y'all. Because how many times do y'all get interviewed?
You the first. You the first one.
Right.
You the first one.
So this gotta be
double back and reach back around and say,
staple right here. This gotta be like our first interview.
Listen, you know who? I'm gonna say this because I've been thinking this the whole time with you with the rap on your head, right? I'm gonna give y'all one more time to redeem yourself. Who she remind me of right now? That's in the round we in, and she getting all the interviews, bro. She getting Terrence Crawford. She getting everybody.
You talking about Miss Boxing Queen?
Boxing baby, the queen, man.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Queen.
Look her up.
It's a boxing queen, lady.
Yes, yeah. Please look her up, man. Got a nose ring. You feel me? Straight up pro black. She ain't playing with them, and hey, she doing her thing. She getting everybody. And matter of fact, like her format is like it might just be live. She might just be on FaceTime or something. I don't even know what she's doing, but she's killing it though.
I was gonna say more like Kaya.
Hey, so but before we head out of here, man, we appreciate you having us. But we're gonna do a little self promotion. Is that all right with the with
no, I was gonna say that. I was gonna give you the opportunity to do that because it'll close out the show.
Okay, hey, so listen, it's Boxing Vibez TV. All you gotta listen to the ding ding, and you know it's live. You know it's Boxing Vibez TV. You know it's us. You can check us out on every Tuesday on iTunes, Spotify. We drop a new podcast every Tuesday. Check us out on YouTube. Look at our interviews. We're a lot more entertaining once you see us. So you know what I'm saying. Listen to us one thing. You're gonna get knowledge. You're gonna get a little entertained. But when you see us, you're gonna want to be us. You know what I'm saying. Or at least be where we at. You know. So we appreciate anybody and everybody that tuned in. The website will be live soon. Check us out June 15th. If you guys can kind of feel around and look at it now, it's boxingvibeztv.com. You can actually order merch off the site right now. So if you guys want to go do that, you're more than welcome. And for anybody who's
don't buy no hats on the merch store, you want some hats? DM Boxing Vibez TV.
You can do that too. Yeah. And also, you could DM Boxing Vibez TV if you want a chance to win an autographed Mike Tyson glove.
Thank you. I'm glad
you know. So anybody who's interested in autographed Mike Tyson gloves, just go ahead and DM your information. You can send us your YouTube name, your IG information, and we'll go ahead and enter you in a raffle. And then later on, we will have a live raffle where you guys tune in, and we will announce a winner. And the runners up will get merchandise and different things like that, and different Boxing Vibez TV paraphernalia. So that's me. I'm done talking. I'm gonna go ahead and let JD and Q, the stars of the show.
Don't do that. Go ahead, JD. You got something you want to say, bro?
No, thank you for having us. Thank you for giving us this platform, to speak on our movement. To all the people out there, I would just tell y'all, follow whatever your passion is, because I think partly what's kept us afloat for this year now is they'll tell you we've had probably 8,000 boxing debates over the years before we even decided to pick up a microphone and try to figure out how to take our passion into action. Exactly. And hopefully, like you said, Shelby, hopefully eventually monetization. So we'll see. But nevertheless, we're going to keep doing it because at the end of the day, man, we love boxing. And that's what's bonded us three together is that passion for boxing.
Hey, man, we want to give a special shout out to the regular high school, man, for all the Redskins, the Raiders, everybody, you know what I'm saying, for Tallahassee, Leon County, Wakulla County, Appalachian Ridge, South City, Gaston County, you know what I'm saying, all surrounding every whole street, you know what I'm saying, and the whole 813 trade, everybody that's showing love, man. Hey, a special shout out to all my barber partners, man. Special shout out to the one and only Blade the barber, you know what I'm saying. My brothers at Cool Cutter, Sonny and Dino, Rizzo, you know what I'm saying. That's showing love, man. That's helping us push our movement forward, man. Matter of fact, Zach, that's where I met y'all at. Zach down under, you feel me? So he gave me my first shot, you know what I'm saying, to work in the barbershop. So Zach, Candace, everybody, man. Everybody that you know what I'm saying? People, it's a lot of people that's a part of this, Rhonda, trendsetters, Herb, you know what I'm saying? All my people, man, was a part of this without even knowing. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is all intertwined. You know what I'm saying? In the universe, man. And salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody. You know, friends, family, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got, man. Box and Vibez TV. We ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Rock with us, build with us, deal with us. Because we here.
Hey, before we leave, JD, tell the people what to do.
Hey, man, if you're down with the vibes, hit the notification bell and subscribe.
Smash the like button. Stop stunning. Stop playing with grown ups. Smash that damn like button, man. Don't just be on there being nosy. And we will definitely
put all
Smash
you
the
guys
like button. That's love. You hey.
IG credentials when we upload the show. So we'll make sure we give y'all shouts out when we put this on our IG, on our website, on my page, on my Freedom Train page. It goes everywhere. And we are definitely, you can listen to Shelby's World Podcast everywhere y'all at. We there. So just go, you know. So when we send y'all this, I want you to.
You on iTunes?
On iTunes.
You on Spotify?
On Spotify.
You on YouTube?
On YouTube.
We're live
on YouTube right now. We're live on YouTube right now.
Okay.
And on Facebook, real quick, please forgive me. I forgot, man. My man Bird Nino, he just did a show fresh with the Box and Vibez paraphernalia on, man, looking cleaner than a damn Peter Pizzle whistle. Okay. Bird Nino Fats Over Feelings podcast, man. Please check him out. Check my man Bird Nino and Big C out, man.
They got a funny podcast too.
All right.
Yeah. Steve, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here? Huh?
Hey man, I definitely appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate everything you guys got going on. And come through, keep keep going upward mobility, man. Let's go.
Well, definitely, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
And I want to just thank y'all again. Thank y'all so much for these celebrity Box and Vibez TV people.
Hey, stop that.
Time out their day today to come and bless us with their appearance. So thank y'all so much for blessing our studio audience, giving our viewers something to talk about because we got some sports fanatics, so they're gonna love this show. I really appreciate y'all. And as always, thank you for tuning into Shelby's World Podcast. We like you. We love you. We'll never forget about y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.
Peace and love, baby.